Hey everybody, my name is Josh Krysak. This is the first episode of Joshing Around here at the Herald-Standard. We're trying something new. Just going to try to keep everybody informed and hopefully everybody has a good time with it. So first thing I want to touch on today is really a tragic story out of the Derry area. That teacher that was missing for almost a week, they found her body wrapped in plastic, and now police have charged her husband in her death. And it's just it's a tragic thing, and I know that we all are following it here, and while it's outside of our coverage area, it's something we're definitely paying attention to. So, you know, my heart goes out to that family. Speaking of hearts going out to families, last night there was a hearing that ran late. We didn't get it. We didn't have information on it yet, but I got information following up this morning. A Maritstown man who is accused of striking and killing a woman while she was changing her tire in Redstone Township. He waived all charges to court last night during a preliminary hearing in Brownsville. And you know, outside of the charges against him and whether he's guilty or not guilty, that's such a tragic and horrific story. To think that that woman, she was in a green safety vest when she was changing that tire. And I've changed plenty of tires in my time. Never a green safety vest. Never any type of safety measures like that. So here's somebody who went that extra mile to be safe, and it's just so sad. So, you know, our heart goes out to them too. I've got a busy day here as usual. I'm always busy throughout the week with preliminary hearings, and today the focus is on two suspects primarily. Jeff Johnson and Wee Wee Smith, and Wee Wee. Anyway, there's four different incidents involving Wee Wee where he's either the aggressor or the victim in alleged shootings. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to kind of recap and try to help you all piece it together, like we've been trying to piece it together and police have been trying to piece it together. So the first alleged incident occurred on November 30th when Jeff Johnson, aka Squeaks, shoots Howie Foster, allegedly, in Uniontown, shoots him 4 times. That's what police are alleging. So then on December 1st, just a couple days later, Jeff Johnson's brother, Kenneth Johnson, allegedly shoots Wee Wee Smith, whose actual name is William Earl Smith, in Uniontown. So that's just 2 days later. So there's a second shooting. Then on December 23rd, you know, 3 weeks later, Uniontown police charged Wee Wee Smith with attempted homicide for allegedly shooting Malik Muhammad in the shoulder. And then you fast forward two weeks after that, on January 4th, Daryl Truly, aka Baby D, he allegedly shoots Wee Wee Smith. However, those charges were eventually dismissed. And then on January 16th, about 2 weeks after that, Wee Wee allegedly robbed and fired 5 rounds from a handgun at Dorian Harris outside a pharmacy in Uniontown. So in little more than a month and a half, you have 4 or 5 incidents all involving the same basic players. A lot of lead flying in Uniontown. That's for certain. Whether the accusations are true or the allegations are true or not, and who the shooters are, we'll find all that out as things unravel in these hearings. But there's a lot of lead being thrown, and it's pretty insane. I also have a hearing today for a woman from Uniontown who allegedly let her toddler wander free and loose and without any supervision for almost 4 hours. So, you know, that's just, again, I don't know. We don't know the merits of that case yet, but if it's true, how sad, and I would be interested to hear how you could explain something like that away. We have other reporters working on plenty of stuff. Amy Revac has a couple things today: Redevelopment Authority and Election Board. Jen Har, our court reporter, is doing a story. There was a lawsuit filed by a woman against Laurel Highlands School District. She's also doing a follow-up on the Rosie case, so you'll have to check that for details, heraldstandard.com. Tonight we have reporters covering the North Fayette Water Authority and Masontown Council. You know, another thing we wanted to touch on was sports, and, you know, while I'm not a connoisseur or a big follower of real local sports like high school sports and things like that, I definitely follow all the professional teams locally, and the Penguins right now are just playing out of their mind. Yesterday, the NHL trade deadline came and went. The Penguins made no moves, and I'm okay with that. Even without Sidney Crosby, we have the best player in hockey right now, Evgeny Malkin. He is playing incredibly well, and I actually like our chances, even with or without Sidney. If he would come back, what a great blessing that would be, and the sky's the limit. But even if he doesn't, I think they have a legitimate shot to get to the Stanley Cup. I don't know if any of you caught it the other night, but the Academy Awards were on, and that's something I'm kind of a movie buff. I love to watch movies, and it was very interesting. The Best Picture went to The Artist, and it's a silent film, and that's the first silent film to win an Academy Award since 1929. And that's intriguing to me. I'm looking forward to seeing it, and we'll see how that goes. Basically, that's about it. We're going to be getting together a few times every week, discussing what's in the news, what's happening around the area, what's happening around the county. So, in the meantime, if you want to find out what's happening and stay on top of the news, you can follow me, see what I'm up to all day. I tweet all the time. It's Josh Krysak. It's at JK Typist. So you can follow me on Twitter. So, look forward to that, and I'll talk to you soon.